Hi there. Today we're going to be talking about CMYK. CMYK stands for cyan, magenta, yellow, and black. And it has a lot to do with printing. Actually, it pretty much has everything to do with printing. So CMYK is of the subtractive color model, which I explained in another video. But it's also a process color, which means that it's not just like mixed up when you put it on the paper. It's something that through the application of multiple layers of ink, you eventually get most of the colors. You can produce something, I think, along the lines of 11 million colors with CMYK. And it's how we do most of our printing, not just from, say, your copier at work or your color printer, your inkjet printer. It's not just what we do for that, it's actually what we do for even large-scale printing. So there are a couple situations where you really need to know about using CMYK, and that's with really whenever you gotta print something, you want to make sure that you've converted it from RGB to CMYK. Applications like Adobe InDesign will yell at you, tell you that you've done this wrong if you don't have things converted to CMYK. Other applications, however, aren't going to be quite as strict about it. However, when you do end up trying to get things to be printed by a large print house, they'll tell you, like, hey, what are you doing sending us an RGB file? So you have to convert all of that stuff ahead of time. And this isn't just making sure your Illustrator InDesign file is set to CMYK, but any image or asset that you have included in that design needs to also be set to CMYK in order for it to work. You might notice when you do convert things from RGB to CMYK, Adobe and the other applications will usually give you kind of a preview of what that's going to look like. And when you convert from RGB's 33 million potential colors to CMYK's 11 million potential colors, you're going to see a bit of a dullness applied to your image. It's not going to be quite as bright and vibrant as you would expect. And that just has to do with there being fewer colors available and trying to kind of break it to you early that things aren't going to be quite as bright and poppy as you might expect when you finally get it printed. Another thing to note with CMYK is that you can't make every single, I guess it's the same point, you can't make every single color with CMYK. There are especially some colors that aren't going to be in your CMYK booklet that might be a possibility through things like spot colors through the Pantone library. It's really important when you're doing branding. Make sure you choose things that are in the CMYK library, things that are possible in CMYK when you're choosing core colors for the brand. I've seen a number of brands make mistakes, usually around wanting things to be gold or like a foil. They want things to be reflective. This also would include anything that's very neon or bright. CMYK cannot produce neon colors or very extravagantly vibrant colors. It can't do it. It also can't make any foils, whether it be gold or purple or silver. Any of those things can't be done in CMYK. You can, for a lot of printing situations, end up getting something that looks kind of close. Maybe it's not quite the same blue as your neon blue. You can get close-ish. But when it comes to gold, you really are just like looking for that mustard yellow color or some other kind of color that really isn't going to look quite right. So be aware that you want to really limit your branding to just whatever you can produce in CMYK. And then for maybe special occasions, you can find a spot color that can add a little pizzazz to your project. That's all we have for right now, but you can find out more about CMYK in some of the additional videos that we're going to link into this article. Thanks.